Watch this. Oh, hallelujah.
Get up right now.
I'm hearing something real powerful for someone.
And now listen to this.
Hallelujah. Said that man that reaching out to hurting people. Hallelujah. This is what you do. Something more than it was. Yes. Listen to this right here.
I heard then, it was like the Lord spoke that through me then. Oh, there it is. Get up right now.
There it is again. Hallelujah. Said that man that reaching out to hurting people. Hallelujah. This is what you do. Something more than it was.
I like that, don't you?
Make a vow. Touch to the God. Make a vow. Touch to the God. Amen. Make a vow. Hello. Touch to the God. Make a vow. Touch to the God.
Get up right now.
There it is again, so strong. Hallelujah.
Oh, yes.
Said that man that reaching out to hurting people. Hallelujah. This is what you do. Something more than it was. Amen.
Yes, it's another Tuesday night, and it is time for a big fat NerdCap. Who's ready to hang out for tonight, huh? Who's ready to hang out for tonight?
Oh, I'm.
Do it!
All up in my ear holes.
Ear holes.
What a story, Mark.
I've been really busy today. I've been trying to get a lot done. I don't know about you guys, but man, sometimes it's hard to feel like you're productive. And I've lettered 2 comic books in 2 days, and that's pretty decent. Speaking
That's
of
impressive.
pretty
Take everything I've accomplished in my entire life and condense it down into one day. It looks decent.
It looks decent. It looks decent.
We'll see. That's impressive, man.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, and I'm still doing some art on top of that. And I'm fighting with the. I don't know. I think maybe I need to update my computer. I haven't done the update yet, so maybe that's part of the problem. And it's
So 2 3-page comic books?
What's that? 2 3-page
Is that
comic
2 3-page comic books?
No, they were 26-page comic books. That's what they were. Yeah. So I'm like, man, if I can keep this going, I'd be like, oh. And the thing is, it wasn't like I had the script and I was copy and pasting. I was hand typing these things, right? So I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I got this little nub over here going. You know, this hand just flapping away. And it was pretty fun. Pretty fun.
No.
Got it done, yeah. Yeah, it actually, people were really proud of me. I got a message from a friend today.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
Yeah, think about what you've accomplished. Oh, man. We've got some people watching. We had a lot of people watching there for a second, and then they heard the Who Baba Conda. They hung around for a little bit, and then they left when the song was over. I don't know why they did that.
Just came for the song.
They come for the song and leave for the chat. They're like, "You guys suck. I don't want to hear this. This is stupid. It's stupid, boring."
They'll be back at the end for the end song.
So I couldn't remember if tonight. Yeah, they'll be back. Play the Who Baba Conda song. I could not remember if it started at 10 or 10:30 today, and so I'm pretty sure it was 10:30. But my calendar says 10, and I had everything else set up to set 10. So that means everybody was waiting on me at 10, while I'm sitting here just waiting for a quarter after to get in the room. I'm
usually starts
waiting.
at 10. It's always started at 10.
Well, I forget things. Sometimes my brain has lag. So I was talking about earlier my computer having some lag because it needs an update or whatever. I don't know what's going on, but it's ticking me off. Anyway, it's got lag, but my brain sometimes has lag too. So it's
I
got.
think that happens as we get older.
I think so. It does.
The
That
lag
happens to
is
me
better
too
than
all the
when the
time.
brain blue screens.
The blue screen. Yeah, sometimes I get red ring of death. That was me about this time last year. Was the red ring of death?
That'll happen to me mid-sentence, though. I'll
Some
say
people-
blue screen, not red ring, but the blue screen will happen to me mid-sentence sometimes.
That was an Xbox 360 reference.
It was. And yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so I'm looking forward. We got Anthony here with us tonight. That's nice. Thanks for joining us. Man, that
Absolutely.
nice black light backdrop is nice. I got to clean up my room because I changed my camera angle so I can type
You
without
know what
making
would
people
look
seasick.
really good back there?
What's that?
A whole other building.
Well, yeah, but also a metal print that glows in black light.
Oh, and on Anthony's, yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, check out Rift Riders live right now on the Indiegogo.
Do you guys have a metal print that glows in a black light?
Yes, we frickin' do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Why didn't you ever mention that to me before, Piper?
I figured if you didn't notice yourself, we'd tell
Here's
you
the deal.
Thursday.
I think Piper's one heck of a writer, but I'm not so sure she knows how to talk about her book. Like, she seems shy. Like, I don't want to bother anyone.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell anyone.
Yeah, but I'm
about
not
it.
anybody.
I don't want to.
Step on any toes.
And I don't want to give away any spoilers. And I'm over here. I'm like, I'll just tell you whatever.
She
Like, I
has
will
me-
tell you the finer plot points.
She
and
has me
stuff.
naked on her screen, on her stream. She can definitely talk to me about her book.
Well, that's definitely NerdCap material right there. That's crazy.
I mean, that's why I said, I'll give it to you if you want, and then we'll be on 2 streams naked,
So,
hanging out.
I do want to welcome the chat. Welcome, chat. Please, by all means, feel free to interact with us. Talk. Let us know how your day is going, how the week is off to whatever kind of start it might be. And we'll make sure to say hi to you. We do want to say hi to Wise Guys Entertainment. He is here hanging out with us today. And so far, he's the only one of all of you watching, and I can see how many people are watching, so you don't realize that. He's the only one chatting. Maybe everybody else is laying in bed. Maybe they're cuddling up with their sweetie, getting a little settled in for the night, and just listening away to us ramble for the next, about 50 minutes now. For the next 50 minutes, about the random crap that happened already this week and last week. So maybe we can get all ASMR on them. So,
I like that it says
this
second,
week in comic
and I'm like,
books.
I have no idea who was supposed to be
You were
first.
first, by all means, brother. You were first.
Really?
Telepathic Bunny is here with us tonight. Thank you, T-Buns, for showing up. Speaking of T-Buns, guess what I bought on Amazon this week?
Ooh.
we're gonna get right into that whole like, what did Luke buy on Amazon bit, right? I bought this, so I don't use hashtags very often, especially these days. I talked the other night, Sunday night. I had a recap of my con weekend, and I kind of talked about not using hashtags much, but I have been a part of a hashtag for the last 2 years, 2.5, 3 years, maybe, I don't know. It's been a minute. I've slept since then, but pun intended. But I'm part of they spell it wrong. It's a hat group, and so I bought a new hat. I bought a new hat on the Amazon to go with my other hats. This is for when all that crap that rolls downhill comes our way. So I made mention the other day that people that are like in any organization, there are certain people that they can do the crappiest thing in the world, and their core fan base will just lap it up like a dog at water, man. I'm telling you, they will sniff that crap and eat it. They don't even care. They just
Graphic.
The problem is when that crap is thrown back at them, like they start crap, and then crap gets thrown at them, they got like a shield because their core base, they don't care, right? So eventually those people and all that crap just rolls downhill, you know, and you kind of become a pillow for all of it, you know. Like, I'm a libertarian, right?
This is the worst kind of trickle down economics here.
I know, right? So I'm that's hilarious. So, you know, so they've got the I'm a libertarian, so when you got we get like, oh man, remember Johnson running for president two terms ago? Man, that dude, man, you know, we're like, yeah, that Johnson guy, and he was like, he's like freaking mad all the time, just like angry guy, right? We just like freak out, like someone, hey, how you doing? He's like, I don't have to tell you how I'm doing. You know, like, he's like freaking out, like, oh, whoa, chill out, buddy. Don't tell me to chill out. Like, this guy was like he was off his meds, bro. He was off his meds. Right. But here's the problem. So a guy like that.
Gotta be honest with you real quick, not to cut you off. That almost made me vote for him.
Yeah, right?
I was like, after Obama, we needed some gruff in the White House. We had a little too much suave going on for about 8 years, you know? So.
It was just a little too much. I think that's why Trumpsty won. I call him Trumpsty. Like Humpsty. Like,
right.
You know.
Yeah.
Trumpsty, that's a problem. I think he was gruff, but not like off his meds gruff. He was just like...
Yeah, he had some humor about him.
Yeah, he was like, I'm just going to troll people.
Right.
Yeah, it's some off his med moments.
Wrong. Yeah, we're going to build a wall. It's going to be great. We're going to make Mexico pay for it. You fired. Wrong. Yeah, that guy. So anyway, that guy. But anyway, so people like, they start crap, you know, at some of the libertarians, and you know, their basis, you know, some of those core people, they didn't get any heat from that, but hey, you're a libertarian, aren't you, Luke? I am a libertarian. Why? What do you think about Johnson? Shut up, man. He ain't my dad.
You know what?
I got this hat.
You know what turned me up? When he couldn't name... What country was it that he didn't know the country? He was like in an interview or a debate or something, and they brought up a country, and he didn't even know the country. I was like, how can you be president if you don't know a country?
You gotta know countries, man. Like, freaking buy a globe.
Like, I get...
The United States, I don't care.
Right. I mean, I get you, like...
president of the United States, not of the world.
You gotta have some kind of foreign policy.
Yeah,
first step is knowing the countries.
So I bought this on Amazon this week.
So that hat looks like a mixture between Raiden from Mortal Kombat, and the professor from Back to the Future. That little hat that he had on.
Oh yeah.
It seems useful. It's got a chin strap that you got to tie. Man, okay, I don't know if y'all can see this, but look how many different patterns we got going on. We got the reflective silver, in case you're trying to, be a satellite, or blind someone. But let me try not to knock over my drink. But look at this, okay. So we've got
got camouflage.
We got a camouflage and a plaid different pattern going on with this thing. But you know what? It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with my purchase.
No big
It's almost
love
as
it.
good as the Danny DeVito pillow.
And it folds up and stores away nicely.
Have I showed you guys the Danny DeVito pillow?
No.
All right, so we talked about this on Nerd Bacon. We do the Nerd Bacon thing a lot. Who put the thing up? Did I put the thing up?
I don't know.
The comment.
Yeah, it was up, and then it went away, and then it went up again.
Who did?
I don't know.
Did I do it?
I
No,
did
you
I
weren't
do
even
it?
facing the computer.
Wasn't even facing the computer. All right, so here's his pillow. It's a black single
Oh, it's
pillow.
one of those.
But you do this, and then it's Danny. Frickin' DeVito.
I once almost got a Nick Cage
Wow.
one of those.
Oh man, I'm thinking about getting the Nick Cage
Yeah, do it.
blanket.
My daughter would love that pillow.
Danny DeVito, the one
doesn't
that
love
we
DeVito?
need. Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is a national treasure. He is a great guy. Anyway, so comics, man, comics.
I think your new hat interfered with your Wi-Fi and made the computer do wacky stuff.
It is heading to
Go
work.
with
Don't want to wreck, but I'm here. Nice to have you here, buddy. Nice to have you here.
There's that trickle down.
Nobody's reading Luke's brain. Nobody's Luke. Nobody. That was the FBI putting the message back up. Yes, thank you, FBI. We appreciate the FBI tuning in because you know why? We have already talked about Trump and being a libertarian, and we've talked about now we've got to talk about Tim Allen.
Oh, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I have been
Boy.
off Twitter for like a week, except for like some promo tweets. But today I saw that, and them losing their mind on Twitter is the real punchline.
Right.
He
So here's the
keeps-
deal.
Love
It's
it.
comedy.
Like, he keeps getting canceled and doesn't fucking give a shit. He just finds
He does
ways
not
to
care
cancel.
about the cancellation.
Yeah.
The cancellation never sticks. Because
FBI
here's
has
the
been
thing.
added as a moderator.
Thank you, yeah, FBI moderator. Thank you. But yeah, I think the truth is that you can't be canceled if you don't care. Like
Right.
Like that's the whole thing. It was a funny joke. How long is this show? 60 minutes. Never mind, buddy. But no, the real punchline is all of these people like that's disrespecting the president. These are the same yahoos for 4 years.
Yeah.
Like did the big yellow baby doll inflatables and cheered on that Kathy, whatever her name is, the redheaded gal,
Yeah.
the comedian that's
head.
lost her mind, did the
Yeah.
severed head thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, these are the same people that were like that whole time, the whole 4 years. Not my president, screaming, ah! They're like, you're disrespecting the president. You shouldn't do that. You know what? Go kiss your mother.
And the best part is like, and you can tell they're all like the millennials and the Zoomers, right? They're all bringing up like him getting arrested back in the 70s for cocaine.
Everybody
Like-
got arrested in the 70s for cocaine. if they're
Like it's
alive.
new. Like it's new news. And I'm like, I was like, P.S. All you millennials bringing it up like it's news. We already knew that in the 90s and still loved him.
Right?
Right, yeah. It's like,
You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
like it was the 70s. They were doing cocaine. They didn't
Right.
realize it was
They're
bad
trying
for you.
so hard to cancel the dude.
It's like
'Cause
smoking a cigarette
They
back then.
briefly succeeded. Got him. Almost got a show of his canceled, and then it
They
got
did.
brought
Last
back.
Man Standing.
Yeah.
Last Man Standing got taken off, and then Fox was like, "Screw it, man. That show's funny. We got to have something for the conservatives to watch." And I think
No,
it's a
is that
great
what
show.
happened? Like the show
Yep.
got canceled for a while, and then they brought it back
Yep.
with him
Yeah.
still on it and stuff.
Oh yeah, same cast.
Yeah, they're
and
probably
everything.
just doing this. Hopefully, they'll forget, and we can just quietly bring it back. And
No,
But
another network picked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, another network says, "Screw it, man. We want your viewership."
Where was he at first? Where was that
I think it's
one?
like probably like NBC or some crap like that, and then he went over to Fox, I
I
believe.
don't TV.
Yeah, I don't
I've
TV
seen a
very
couple
much.
episodes of that show while I was elsewhere, and it was cute.
So I will
He
tell you this,
basically
though.
still playing himself, like just like
Yeah.
Home Improvement.
Yeah, he's not like he's Tim Allen. Like that's who he is. He's
Yeah.
But the best part about that show is that isn't one of his daughters like, hey, look,
Sorry, man.
isn't one of his daughters on that show like the liberal in the family, right? So they have
Yeah.
like that dynamic,
They
right?
do,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's pretty funny.
Right.
Yeah, he's got the son-in-law that's like a kind of a soy boy.
Yeah.
Right. It's almost like the this generation's Archie Bunker, right?
Yeah, and it's funny, man. I think that's the problem. People don't know how to laugh at themselves
I know.
anymore, man. It's so here's one thing I learned while I was at the con this last weekend. People don't care. They just want good entertainment. They are sick and tired. Most people don't know to call it woke. They don't call it woke because they don't. That's not the, most
Yeah,
people
they're
are
not-
on the woke agenda. Anti-woke, I don't.
Yep.
Yeah,
you know,
they're
they're
not
a
in
crusader.
they're not in the muck, right?
Yeah, they're not a crusader. They just know it's like, man, I'm being preached at. They're like they can tell that something's off, and they don't like it. They don't want it. And here's the other thing. I talked with some retailers this weekend, and a few of them they're just about done with Diamond. They don't want to deal with Diamond anymore. If there's another way around it, they're going to do it, right? So we're
I wanna
working
see
on getting
Diamond
books.
Go down. Honestly.
Yeah,
I
we're-
would love to see
Yeah,
the
we're
Diamond
working on-
Mafia go down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got Aaron Jordan with us. Aaron Jordan is the fantastic creator, part of the Genesis crew. Let me take one moment while you all are here to just give a little bit of a promotion for what we're doing. This is a no hashtags location, but it is a completely awesome location. Check out the Genesis. Is that all that bumper does? Is that it? Bunny. Is that all that thing does?
There's another one that shows the some of the projects, some of the
Right.
cover
That's what
pages. What happened to
that's
that?
what I thought I had loaded in here.
Hashtag no hashtags.
Hashtag no hashtags. That's my hashtag. Hashtag no hashtags. And hashtag what the hell, Bunny?
But
What's up, man?
going back to
Give me a bumper that works, man.
well, I still have the thought in my head. Like 30 years ago in the 90s, every single late night show host, that no matter what president was in office, would have made a similar joke. Right?
Right.
Doesn't
they would've
matter.
Dunked on
Yeah.
anybody that was in office. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. You dunk on the president because every president
George
screws.
Bush and Dan Quayle. Come on.
Right?
Yes. All of them
Seriously.
do something fun.
more do you
All
want?
of them do silly.
I mean,
crap,
Dan Quayle
right?
couldn't spell potato.
It's so true.
You just got to put an E on that. Only if it's plural, bro. It's like, how do you spell hero?
What word do
I
you
spell
want?
it D-A-N.
You
Dan.
gotta serve a purpose, man.
Yeah. We want some meat, Bunny. We want some meat, yeah. So here's what I found out. They don't want to work with Diamond. They're tired of working with Diamond. Diamond keeps messing with the prices. So I was talking to one guy. He's like, look, this piece right here, this used to be X amount of dollars last time I bought it. This time, like whatever it says, okay, so if this retails for $9.99, my wholesale price is now $7.99. He goes, that's not, I'm like, that's not a wholesale price. Like, that's
Yeah.
nothing. He goes, exactly. And here's the thing, I'll order it at this price today, and they may not get it to me in a month or two. And the price will go up before they ship it to me. And they don't tell me. They just say this is the new price. And if I return it, they'll cancel my account.
Ah.
I'm like, that's being a bully, man. They're being bullies, is what they're
Yeah,
doing.
that's the diamond mafia
Oh, why?
right there.
Why? Because they don't charge
Mafia.
it till it ships, right?
Right.
They don't charge till it ships, and then all of a sudden they're charging a different price.
So are they start requiring
you should-
huge minimum orders?
You should be locked into the
Yeah.
price you order at.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep getting worse and worse about the buyback kind of stuff.
Yeah, so Randy's trying not to even mess with Diamond when we go to distribute and do stuff next year. We're try to stay away from Diamond altogether because they're toxic, man. It's like a they're like a toxic narcissistic boyfriend that likes to beat you.
And it's such like if you look at Diamond like 30, 40 years ago, like they did a lot to help out not just the companies but like the LCSs, and then
they did enough to earn trust.
Right.
Yep. And then they use that trust to exploit those smaller publishers and some of those stores into exclusivity.
Yeah.
So that's why if someone says, so I talked with someone about another creator. Okay, I don't like to talk bad about other creators, but here I go. There's this one creator that I don't want to work with. I used to work with him. Don't want to work with him anymore. But we had been talking about. We were kind of talking about this guy. He comes around, and he's like, he does favors, right? And so we're all businessmen, and we know, like, we're like, okay, well, how much for you to do that? You know, like, what do you want? Oh, I don't want anything. I just want to be your friend. No. You want a favor. You're doing a favor for a favor, and chances are when you come around to cash in that favor, I'm not gonna like it. You know, but that's why, you know.
Right.
And that's how the person rolls. That's what they do.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, if you could barter, I got no issues with bartering, but be upfront about it, right? Like,
Yeah.
like with the Vic King Hunting Alice variant cover.
Yeah.
Like when the way I got that was Vic was working on Asile, and he came to me and said, "Yo, how much for you to do the theme song for the Asile trailer?" I said, "How about you do a variant cover?" Like,
Dude,
you know what
I love that. The upfront stuff. That's a great way to work, right?
Right.
Because it's you can't do taxes on trades like that. Right. So you don't have to worry about paying Uncle Sam anything. You just do your thing.
We're all out here trying to make a buck, and we're all struggling. We're all like, not, well off. I mean, I'm okay, but like, but it's like if I could save myself $150, $200 on a variant cover, and he can save himself $200, $300 on a trailer song, and we, And if you ask him, he made out with the better deal, better end of the deal. And if you ask me, I made out with the better end of the deal. You know what? So that means everybody's happy.
Exactly.
So,
like I met this guy, a pirate. I met a pirate at the convention, and he had these. The last day he comes over and he's like, "You do any airbrushing?" I go, "Yes, I do." And he goes, "You know anything about airbrushes?" Yes, I do. And so he breaks out these airbrushes he had marked. He goes, "I got these as part of like an estate thing." He goes, I haven't been able to sell them. I've had them out here because they do this thing for charity. They do pirate stuff for charity." He's like, "We've been trying to sell them, and I haven't gotten anybody interested in it and anything like that. I can't use them because he goes, I need a different kind for doing leather work." He does leather work, and he was like, he said, "Can you tell me if I got them priced right?" So I start looking at them, and I'm pretty sure he's got them priced wrong, like too low. And I'm just getting ready to tell him, like, "No, dude, you got them priced too low." And he goes, "I'll tell you what. I'll give you the pair for $100, which is a lot lower than what he already had them priced." Dang. And I was like, I looked at him like, "Yeah." I without even like a hesitation, whip out $100 bills. Here you go. I said, "Take it," because at the very least, if I never use these, I can sell them and definitely make my money back on these. Because it's like $300 worth of airbrushes here, And he goes, "That makes me happy." He goes, "Even if you made out with a better deal than that," he goes, "I'm still happy." And I'm like, "Well, I did." I said, "I totally ripped you off." So I ripped off a pirate this week and lived to tell the tale. So.
Yeah, but And in the States, he probably paid like 20 or 30 bucks for them or something like that. So he probably made out.
He got them for basically free, he said, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
and the money was going to charity, so.
Right.
So we all win in the end. And I have some.
What, if you don't mind, what kind of airbrushes? What are they?
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Pash.
Right. Are they the ones with the jar at the bottom, or the one with the cup?
Gravity
The cup.
Fed. Gravity
They got
fed,
the cup. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the cups. I don't like the siphon fed.
Me
you
either.
can't get a fine line with the siphon fed.
Yeah.
It's all.
I'm surprised he couldn't use those.
Well, he wanted them because he wants to change out the colors.
Right.
So he wants the siphon fed, but he's not working in detail, right?
Right.
He's just coloring, just doing some gradient stuff on it.
All right. Because I used to do leather jackets and denim jackets back in the day. For my friends' bands, I'd do their logos on the back of their of their jackets and stuff. But I always used the gravity fed because that's what I did on canvas. Also, I just basically used what I had, and so I for me, I'd rather use that on everything that I do, right? I'd rather have 6 of them with different colors than have to switch out the colors.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have like 6 airbrushes in front of me, each with a different color.
Yep.
Exactly.
Todd, how's your week going, man?
Not too bad.
Todd's been all quiet over there.
Yeah, so work's been crazy the past month or so, and this week we kind of slowed down. So getting some rest this week and getting back to normal.
I got another con in 3 weeks, so it's not normal anymore. I guess this is my new normal. So maybe I'll see you on the Crown Road someday.
Yeah.
Maybe. Piper, how's your week going?
Kind of neat today.
Kind of neat?
It's gonna be so exhausting. But today was kind of neat. Since this is the only stream I had scheduled for today. So I actually went on adventures with Wise.
Nice.
We both tried. I don't know if he said he's ever done it before, but for me, it was the first time getting a real massage, like on a table, where somebody's doing all the massaging. It's not like a machine.
Yeah.
Or like a 15-minute sitting in a chair real quick because it only costs like $20 kind of deal. It was
like a bona fide massage.
Yeah, like a real one. And so now my back is in pain in places I didn't know could be in pain.
Oh, you get one of them Shih Tzu or Shiatsu or whatever they're called.
They did the shitting, they did all sorts of shit. Like they did all of that. They beat the crap out of me.
You went deep tissue.
So are you guys near each other? Or were you talking on the phone? Let's get our massages, or did you actually meet up and go to get the?
Yeah, we live about an hour apart.
Oh, cool.
40 minutes apart.
Cool.
So I don't have that many people, that many friends that actually live that close to me. So I do a lot of hanging out with the ones that do. So it's a lot of Wise and a couple call-ins. I don't have that many in-person friends because I don't go places. But so a lot of them too were technically somebody else's friend, but they talked me into leaving my apartment.
Right. I would never leave the house if I could get by with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got no reason to leave. Everything I need is right
I
here.
feel bad because the 2 friends that are kind of the college friends that stayed friends after college and we didn't just go our own ways and stuff. It's I only I hang out with them certain times a year.
It's yeah.
But we're constantly talking. We're constantly texting. But yeah, no, they did all sorts of. There was some deep tissue.
Nice.
There was flat out beating the crap out of me and stuff. So a lot of it was good. And there was just this one spot where it feels like it's bruised, but I don't see any bruises. but it's like shoulder, like neck, shoulder blades in that area. They did something that actually for a split second tickled, and I giggled for half a second, and then it was just awful pain.
Stopped.
Yeah, it just hurt so bad. And
See, I don't
I
want to do one of those massages.
They worked out all the knots. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't want to do one of those. I want to, like, if I walk out hurting, I'm gonna be like, I want my money back. This is stupid.
No, it was weird. It was kind of weird because at first, like when I left, I felt really light. Which was nice. Just felt really, really light, like almost walking on air. Like Well Red.
Welcome, Well Red.
1 hour body, 1 hour flit.
Nice to have you here tonight.
Hey, Well Red.
They went like all the way, like the neck, all the way down to calves and stuff.
Now, is that one of them where you just got to get naked on
No.
the table?
I think they offered those. They're oil ones where the tables were pushed off a little more,
Yeah, I
a little
don't know
more
if I wanna
privacy.
get-
I think that was the oil ones.
Well, I mean, I was naked in front of a lot of people for a while. Like, they were like just random, like, people coming in the hospital and naked. I was
Well, Red
naked.
will be seeing
They
me
weren't
on
naked, I was
Thursday.
naked.
Yeah, you gotta tell me what time. I am. What is it when you for five quad and then?
What?
I'm hella booked. My Thursday's busy as hell.
Yeah, you're with me at 9, right?
Yeah, and I'm at Chris Night at 8. 10:30.
There you go, back to
Yeah,
back to
so it's
back.
all day.
That's how you
Sell
do
them
it.
books, Piper.
That's the trail. Are you coming? You're more than welcome to come on too, Luke. You know that, right?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, she told me.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, he might get there before I do, depending on how long the rumble takes. But I'm already like telling Chris, like, I know this is a game, but like,
You gotta
I
sell some
agreed to
books.
this like months ago, and then I forgot. Sorry, because it was months ago that I agreed. But no, so this one area, and I know it is my most tense area, but it's really bad because I am shy to people I don't know. So Wise is like the person massaging him and Wise are having like this conversation back and forth. Meanwhile, the table's over here, dead silent.
If you met Wise, you know he could probably have a conversation with anybody.
Right? And so, like, aside from me giggling once at the brief tickle and twice at Wise, hearing Wise snoring, I'm dead quiet. Like, it's dead silent over there. Like, I feel so bad. Like, if I get my nails done, me and the nail techs, dead silence. Unless they can get me to talk, like, if they really try to start something up, I don't know how to small talk with people I don't know. Everybody else will be chatting. And even if the nail tech, like, the time the nail tech was like, oh, you haven't been here since such and such time. And I'm just like, yep. How you doing? Good. All right. And just sat there in silence.
You ask her a question, she's like,
Alana.
Yep.
How was?
So I feel bad. So I'm sitting there biting on my lip to not make a noise for how bad it hurt. And then later, Wise was like, why didn't you just tell him it hurt? Like,
yeah, I don't live like that anymore. I
and
used
I'm
to
like,
let that stuff go. Now I'm like, I just tell people how I feel. And
I'm
I make a lot less friends.
You know, I'm a big girl. I suck it up. I didn't want to say nothing because I don't know him.
Like, that hurts. You need to stop doing that, or I'm gonna hurt you back.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad about not talking. Like here, like anywhere you go, it's a private room. Like you wouldn't be like next to somebody else getting the massage. You'd be, and they tell you like, listen, if you want to talk, we can talk. If you don't want to talk, don't worry about it. And like, I'm of the mind, like, I'm here to relax. I'm here to get like all zenned out. I'm not having a conversation with you. I'll talk to you like at the end, you know what I mean, or whatever. But you're here to. I'm here to just chill out. Put the music
on. Can we get
on.
by with like pretending like you're not in the room touching me? Like, this is just like. Can we just like? Can we pretend that?
And
you didn't just have your hands all over my body.
They usually give you the opportunity, the option too. To like, they'll be like, you can get totally undressed if you want, or you can keep your boxers on if you want, whatever you're comfortable with, and depending on. I used to go to this one place on every
Memes
Monday.
of destruction has showed up at the right time.
What's
Talking
up,
about taking
memes?
our boxers off.
Yeah, and I used to have Sundays and Mondays off at this old job that I had, and I'd go every Monday because every Monday it was like this really nice place. Like, I mean, expensive. Like at the time, it was like $150 an hour, and it was half price on Mondays. So you get like a whole hour massage for like $75. And I used to go every Monday, and I had the same chick. So after a while, like, you get comfortable. Maybe you have a little bit of like shooting the shit or whatever. But for the most part, I just laid there and let them do what they do, and that was it. But like the whole
that's what she said.
That's what she said.
But
I love doing naked crab walks. Like cardio. What the fuck? No, they didn't ask us to take any clothes off. But I think if you got the oil one, they would have, because they had a different area. I thought it, like, when we went, that it was going to be like in the movies where it's like two friends are going and they're both getting massage, but they're like chatting with each other. But we were like on two opposite sides of the room, and our faces are. I didn't think about the fact that you put your face down in the thing.
Yeah, a hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
The big
So
padded
I'm
hole there.
switched in there, like my makeup's off, rubbed off on the two sides. I'm there like this. That's how I feel anyway, like the whole time. And like, but my inner monologue was great, because my inner monologue is like, I'm not drooling, am I? Okay, good, not drooling. What about now? Nope, now. Okay,
Still
good.
not?
Still
Okay,
not
good.
drooling.
Still
Yeah.
good.
Oh crap!
Conversation
I
with
feel like I'm
yourself.
drooling. Nope, not drooling. Sweet. My makeup's gonna get messed up from this. Is he going down to the butt? He's going down to the butt. Wow, he's sure spending a lot of time at the butt. I didn't even know I needed that massage. Like, but that was like the whole time was a million, like, physically relaxed, brain going a
face
million
toilet
miles.
seat. Speaking of faces and toilet seat, no, I'm sorry, that would have been a great segue for something, but I just didn't have it, guys. I didn't have it. So back to the convention. So here's the deal. I was talking earlier about this, about that these shops, they don't want to work with Diamond, but you know what else they don't care about? They also don't care about your politics. They don't care.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of these shop owners are like, kind of like older Republicans. Go capitalism, right?
Right.
So they don't care at all. And one of them actually told me, said, we would rather work with people that aren't like, that aren't like some of these people in the industry, the mainstream these days, because those guys are, they are not loved and adored by all, as much as they might think. As much as Mark Brooks might think that everybody loves him and that he is the best, Dan Slott might think that he is the bee's knees. You know what? They're not. They don't really care about him.
Right.
They used to be rock stars.
They used to be.
Among nerds, at least, like
Used
these rock
to
stars.
be.
They think they still are.
That's the thing. Used to be. Famous.
So was this convention at like a big civic center kind of thing?
I was at a hotel. I was out at the World Golf Village at the Renaissance down there at the World Golf Village in St. Augustine. It's pretty nice. It's grown over the years, and they've kind of upped their game a bit. But I'm in October 8th. I'll be in Bowling Green, Kentucky, at the Corvette Museum with a different group that organizes a bunch of different conventions, and so they always send me a list of what they've got going. And if I like it, I'll pick up a couple more. Yeah, you should come out and hang out. Come check it out. This is going to be crazy because I'm doing like one table, but I'm going to have all 8 of my books. Technically 10 if I bring the Voodoo Nations books that I was the artist on, and trying to sell all that. Not to mention the any special covers that I have, or any or the RPG. So I'm going to have a crap ton of stuff in my little 6-foot space. I mean, I may be looking behind a wall of books. Do you like comic books? I feel like that weirdo in the stacks at the library my wife used to talk about. There was like this guy that was at the library, and he would pleasure himself in the library while looking at women through the stacks. So he's like creeping through there, like checking them out, you know, and like moving and groaning. And I'm like, oh, weird. Speaking of my wife with her stories at the library, so she had another story. So my wife used to work in the computer lab. And here's what people don't realize: at a computer lab in a public place like a library, that there's software and there's hardware that every screen is monitored. I don't know if you knew this or not. But if you're using, so you all have half a brain, right? Someone's watching what you're doing. Yeah. A lot of people didn't realize that someone was watching what they were doing. There's this one guy who was like supposed to be like all big Christian guy or whatever. Married, had kids, all this kind of stuff. He's going on the computer at the library to go on dating sites and to talk to women and talk about how God wants us to be together and all that good stuff, right? And I'm like, she's like, it was like a soap opera, like all the people that worked in that department, were like, oh, so and so's here. Oh, what was his? Oh, keep an eye on that one. They watched his conversations like you do a soap opera or something. It was pretty funny. Now here's the problem though. This guy is body confident. Right next to the library was the YMCA. I had a membership at the Y. I would go swim. I'd go work out from time to time. Not too often because I was still fat and lazy. But from time to time I'd make my way over to the YMCA to do that. And I had worked out one day and I was sweating. Had a real good sweat going, right? So I get over. I'm in the locker room. I'm trying to change, and there the old men would walk around naked. It's just what old men did in the gym. I don't know if they still do that because I don't go to the gym where they shower or anything like a Y, but that's what they did back then. And so this guy, I'd say back then it was 10 years ago. This guy. So anyway, this guy. Somehow this guy decided this guy comes up and decided he wanted to talk to me, right? And but he didn't have any pants on he didn't have anything on, right? And so I'm sitting down on the bench like this, and he's standing right here. He doesn't have anything on, and I'm eye to eye with his projectile reptile. Dojo doesn't know it, but that's a new name for it now. That's what I'm calling it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dojo.
Yeah, that's another word for trouser snake. More aggressive.
Dojo. Sorry, Dojo. Sorry, buddy. You just gave me fuel. I can't help it. But so anyway, so I'm standing eye to eye with his projectile reptile. Do your balls hang low? His certainly did. They did wobble to and fro. But anyway, he does this thing that guys will do. It's a real power move when they cock that leg up on the bench.
When they put the leg up,
when they do the Captain Morgan, right? But lean on it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's right there this whole time and talking to me. Will not shut up, man. Talks for like 20 minutes. Finally, I was like, I gotta get going, buddy. So yeah. So I wind up leaving, and I told my wife this whole story, and I was like, man, this dude, I'll never forget his name. And I said his name. She goes, oh my God, that's the guy. I'm like, what guy? She goes, the guy with the computer at the thing with the drama, the dating guy. Oh my gosh, it's the same guy? I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, so now we got like these two great stories. And it's the same guy. Yeah. And I can never look at that guy the same way again for 2 reasons. 4 reasons. The one at the library and the 3 that were hanging in front of my face the whole night, the whole afternoon. Anyway. Comic books, man. Comic books are fun. Anthony got real dark in there, man. He's like, he's it's like,
Sorry, I was just looking something up. I was doing something in my wall. I got my hand went into the insulation, and now it's starting to get itchy.
Oh. Oh
Yeah.
no.
It's just fiberglass insulation. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just gonna itch for a little bit. Just wash it.
Yeah. That's what I was
As
just
long as you
looking
don't
up.
snort it.
What?
So as long as you don't snort it, don't breathe too deep.
That'll hurt really bad. That'll hurt really, really bad. So anyway, I'm at a new printer, and
I keep forgetting we're
just
supposed to, like,
across
we want
town.
to talk about comics, and we keep.
We like to talk
everywhere.
about anything and everything. This is what it's like, this is what it's like with nerds. We'll talk about comics and we'll talk about something else, and then we'll talk about comics and then we'll talk about something else. But I met a new printer, and I'm going tomorrow morning to get a test, to look at a first test print for issues 3 and 4 of Hybrids, the remasters, to take a look. Now, here's a problem. All of the stuff I've always printed has been on this nice gloss paper, right? Like a 70-pound gloss text. Well, there's a bit of a problem. Thank you, Biden's America. Where's the paper shortage? And printers are having a hard time getting the gloss, but they can get the smooth. So I'm going to try out the smooth, because there's plenty of that, and there's not plenty of the gloss. So we're going to try a smooth text instead of the gloss text.
You're just going to do the gloss on the
cover. Yeah. So we're going to do an 80-pound gloss on the cover. And so this is all boring shop talk, right? I don't know why I'm bringing it up. Probably just because I'm trying to save money and find good resources for people. Because I know a lot of people are, especially with this whole cancel thing, man. Everybody's cancel culture. Here's the problem with cancel culture. Once people start canceling, and they made it through everybody that deserves canceling, they get hungry for it, and they got to find someone else to cancel, and so they just start running through. They start canceling anybody and everybody, because that's what they do.
Yep.
Yeah. We might have restricted Canadian paper imports under 45, but you know what? It's Biden's fault. No, screw that. It's Obama's fault. Screw it. Nixon did it.
He's going way back.
Frickin' Truman. Truman was a wonderful guy. Here you go, Mo.
Nice.
Welcome, sir.
Oh, Mo,
Welcome.
you missed it.
Welcome, Mo. Oh yeah, I got a new hat, Mo. Check this out.
Love it.
Oh, jeez.
Name of the show is What Did Luke Buy on Amazon? So we're part of a hat group, and I thought, since crap rolls downhill, I bought a new hat to protect myself from the crap
didn't even open it.
that rolls downhill. That's what we do.
I do like collecting hats. I don't wear them as much
Stupid hat.
as I do collect. I like weird ones.
There's a lot of weird stuff, man.
Weird, and if you put cute ears on a hat, I will eat that shit up.
I don't, man. Here's what I realized. Okay, so at one point, I'm sitting there. Luke fires back. My hat's here. It's queer. Get used to it. Yeah.
What are your 3 rules?
That's some necro blaming there, bro. Yeah, it is. I'm really good at that too. I'll blame anybody. I don't care. It's Mo's fault. Screw it. It's Mo's fault. Paper prices are through the roof. But no, anyway, I was saying something. Oh, here it is. Weird. Okay. So, at one point, I'm clocking one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. There's a guy who's making no attempt to be feminine whatsoever. And he's in the craziest negligee I've ever seen. Like, if a woman were wearing this, I'd turn into that wolf from the cartoons that, You know, that guy, right? I'm like, but here's this dude, and a hairy guy with a big beard and not well built. And just like pieces of him are rolling out of this thing. And it like this shouldn't be, right? But he's walking with just the most confident strut I've ever seen. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever laid my eyes on, right?
Was this still at the YMCA?
No, this was this weekend at the Renaissance in St. Augustine, Florida, World Golf Village. I'm sure those rich white people down there in that area, if they saw this guy, they were probably losing their minds. But yeah, so this is I'm like, this guy might have been my age, maybe a little younger. But I mean, just not fitting in this thing real well. And then everything just pouring out of things the way they shouldn't. Yeah, I pulled my pants back up. I stormed out. There was a lady who was in nothing but her underwear. I'm not sure who she was cosplaying, but thank God for those kind of cosplays. Unfortunately, my 13-year-old son was with me that day. I'm like, don't look. And he's like, at what? I'm like, at that. Stop looking at that.
I was about to say, no, he was also thinking, thank God for those kind of cosplays.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But so anyway, so I'm clocking this guy, right? And I know I'm making an expression like, what's going on, right? So I'm watching this guy, right? But as I clock him this way, I catch my neighbor that's right next to me also clocking him, like, and having a reaction. Like he's having a reaction. So I walk over to him. I take 2 steps over to him. I go, that was weird, right? He goes, yes, it's way weirder this year than it was last year. And so I was like, okay, good. Because I mean, I've kind of felt like I woke up in like this alternate universe and just things are weirder, you know? Or I just thought maybe I'm just, you know, maybe the world just isn't set for Luke anymore. But honestly, when he like had his reaction too, I was like, okay, that's weird. All right. So that's not normal.
Okay, he's seeing it too, right?
Yeah. It's like, okay, so we both saw that weird that was happening. He goes, yes, that was definitely weird. And it was no attempt at all to be feminine. And so I found out that I guess this is a fad.
Popular. Oh, okay.
This is a thing that they do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a thing they do because I my daughter was there. And I was like, what is this? What's happening here? And she's like, that's a thing they do now. And I'm like, who's they? She goes, they. And I go, who's they? She goes, people.
Hairy guys.
She's just, yeah. She's like, people that shouldn't. That's her answer.
That's why they do it.
People that shouldn't. That's why they do it. They do it to assail others' eyes. It's a ironic comedy. But I'm telling you, we weren't laughing.
I think it really started with this dude that got really popular on the internet for being at an anime convention, cosplaying Sailor Moon, but he was a hairy dude, and he was not a fit dude, and he had a full beard, and he was just going around in a Sailor Moon outfit, and everybody thought it was the funniest thing ever. And then I started seeing, like, places I've gone, like, if there's an excuse for an outfit, there's, like, at least one big hairy dude dressed as a girl, but not trying to be girly. Yeah. Just wearing it. Yeah.
That goes way beyond cosplay now. It's
as them wearing it.
Where's the beef?
Tell you where the beef was. Everyone could see where the beef was. It was bad, dude. It was bad. And my son went with me on Sunday, and so some weird stuff happened there. You know, some weird stuff took place, and there was this one guy that had come by on Saturday, and he had a real elitist attitude, right?
Oh.
And you know, I don't read comic books. I read for education. I don't read for entertainment. You know, apparently he's smart or whatever.
That's not a negligee.
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, you're at a freaking comic book convention, and like you're dressed as a like freaking Spock. So I mean, what? You're not a cool kid. Stop acting like you're better than me, you friggin' dude. So
you get cosplay elitists.
Was he actually cosplaying Spock?
No, not well. He was there with his family. He was just dressing up like poorly. But anyway, so this guy goes, he's doing his thing, and he finally starts, I've had enough, and he finally catches that I've had enough, and he walks off. And I go, well, have a good one, elitist. And I didn't mean to say that out loud, but I did. Well, Sunday, here comes around Sunday, right? And, okay, I'll get to the story, but we got to get to the super chat. Thank you so much, Means of Destruction, for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Now, that's wrong with Now, what's wrong with negligees? Nothing. Nothing is wrong with them. P.S. Pipes and Anthony, don't check Twitter.
Too late.
Don't check Twitter. I don't think there's anything wrong with negligees. There's just a problem with that guy wearing negligees.
Well, Memes is rocking this outfit.
Oh, is he? Is he in a negligee?
He's in a feather boa.
Well, feather boas aren't bad. I mean, I'm used to guys dressing in women's clothing. I lived through the 80s, man.
And he's covered in Slim Jims.
But I'm telling you, it's the...
I want to party with Memes. Memes rocking that outfit. I need to go...
It's the... So anyway, this guy comes back on Sunday morning. I'm sitting at the table. My son's sitting there, and we're both just kicked back. Just waiting for the day to start, There's people there. We haven't talked to too many people. And this guy walks up, and I can remember, he's not in costume, but I remember his face. It's hard to forget that face. And he's standing in front of me. And I look right at him, and we catch eyes, and he's like just standing in front of the table. And I'm waiting for him to just keep walking. Because, he already talked to me that, that he doesn't read comic books or anything for fun, and that he's better than me. Right? So I'm kind of there, waiting for him to leave, not wanting to engage. But like an uncomfortable amount of time passes with us just sitting there, locked eyes, looking at each other. Like, who's gonna fold first kind of situation. And finally I was like, what's up? Like, I didn't even give hello, what's up? And that opened up a conversation that got very weird, guys. Very weird. That Elohim isn't God, but an alien, and God sent Jesus to correct Elohim's mistakes, and that, just all kinds of just weird, yeah, right? I see your faces. You're like, that's kind of weird. I'm like, he was just like, yeah, all this stuff. And
how did that come out of I don't read comics?
I don't, dude, I don't know. It went a place, and I was like, I guess this is where we're at now. And my son finally walks away, and my son looks at me and goes, wow, that's weird. I said, dude, that's kind of mild. That's not the weirdest thing I've experienced this week. He goes, it gets weirder than that? I go, yeah, dude, it gets weirder than that. And about 20 minutes later, here comes another dude in lingerie. And I said, see, it gets weirder than that. And he goes, Dad, that's really not that weird. It's on TikTok. And I'm like, TikTok is weird. TikTok is weird. So anyway, that's the, yeah. Hungry Eyes started playing over the PA. Yeah, it was, dude, it was uncomfortable. It was like, who's going to...
I do not even understand the logic behind, you're not interested in comic books, so you're going to hang out at a comic book table. Like...
the situation he found himself in. Yeah, but it was entertaining. The weekend was entertaining. It makes me realize, here's what I love about comic books, and what I think is the problem. Here's another white guy telling the world what the problem is. Here's the problem with comic books these days. People take themselves too dang serious. The fun part about a convention is people can let their freak flag fly. They can be as weird as they want to be. They don't have to have any apologies for it. And here's the thing. I quietly judged everybody, but I didn't publicly judge a single soul. I mean, yeah. I judged them all. I'm like, yeah, that's a weirdo. It's like, yeah, they're freaking weird. At one point, on day one, when my wife was with me, there's some girl, you know, cosplaying, and she was mostly just painted. And I said, it's really funny that it's usually the ones that you don't want to be scantily clad that are scantily clad. She kind of chuckles. And I said, it reminds me of that Chris Fleming joke. Do you guys know who Chris Fleming is?
Why does that name sound
he's
familiar?
A comedian.
Right?
Yeah.
He's a
I was gonna
comedian.
say,
A
sounds
beanpole looking guy with like this curly hair. And he's like, you know, wears weird
That
clothes
narrows
all the
it
time.
down, not at all.
He's
really.
he's a pretty odd guy, but he's funny. And he's got this bit where he talks about, you know, the people that are polyamorous are usually the ones you don't want to be polyamorous. And he's like, you know, you've got someone in their mid-30s saying about how welcoming the burlesque community has been, you know. And it's so it's pretty funny stuff. But I was like, I said it reminds me of Chris Fleming, you know, when he says that. But when I bring up that joke, she just starts laughing. She can't hold it back. And so, but yeah, it's like, yeah, you look the people. You didn't see any guys built like, you know, built like, what's that Chris's name? The one that plays Thor. What's his name?
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Didn't see any guys built like Hemsworth out there wearing lingerie. Nope, that didn't happen.
Right?
I wouldn't have been about that either, but I really, at least it would be like, all right, so he's showing off some stuff, you know, he's got some muscles to show off. It'd be about like me like squeezing in some negligee and strutting my stuff up there. No one wants to see this. No one wants to see that at all, man. But yeah, it's pretty weird stuff, and it was. But that's what I like about comics. You know, at a convention, nobody cares if you know if you're SJW or CG or whatever. They're just all different kind of brands of weird. And you know what? I think weird is kind of beautiful in a way. Even as weird as it is, it's still kind of beautiful.
The people that seem to care are former rock stars, other comic creators, when they find out that you're at a convention and you haven't told everybody that freaking, oh yeah, you don't tweet this hate at this hashtag, therefore you shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Now, I mean, maybe there's some conventions that look for that stuff, but I don't know. I mean, nobody seemed to care.
The conventions really don't. It's the people sitting around on Twitter that aren't getting invited to these conventions, so they're getting pissed off, and they're contacting them, going, you know, that,
here's the problem.
You have there,
dude. I'm gonna bash writers for a second. Get ready.
Oh.
Deal with it. Take it. Deal with it. Here's the problem with writers. Once they're done writing, they got nothing else to do. Because the writing is fast. I can write a book
Mine's not.
10 times faster, 10,000 times faster than I can draw a book.
Thanks.
Right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
That's for sure.
If you're an artist, you're too dang busy drawing. If you're a colorist, you're too busy coloring. Writers got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, I
So
do
they go to
notice
Twitter.
that the former pros that are the biggest assholes are the writers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they got time on their hands. And if you look at the people that have the most internet drama, they're just writers with too much time on their hands.
Yeah. Or
And idle
cover
hands.
artists like Mark Brooks. Yeah, a guy who
Yeah,
does like one cover
Yeah.
a week. Yeah.
Yeah, like what's he got going on, right? Yeah,
I
he's
think
not
Mark
busy. He's
Brooks
not.
gets one cover a week. I don't think he gets that.
I don't even think he gets that. I think it's one
I'm
cover
just
a month.
Once a month, maybe.
I'm just saying.
So yeah.
Spitballing.
Yeah.
If he draws a cover on Monday, he's got Tuesday through Sunday to sit on Twitter.
'Cause here's the deal. Here's the deal. You go see Jay Lee at a convention. That dude's drawing from open to close, man. He doesn't stop drawing, right? You go see some of these writers. You know, I walked by a bench where they had the comic book writers at there that were guests. They were on their phones. They weren't doing it. They're not doing sketch covers.
Anyway,
They're not.
Just to
They're not doing anything. They're just sitting there, waiting for someone to care enough to come talk to them. You know. And then like it's not like the indie guys, because the indie guys, they got to hustle. You know, I was next to another guy from Jacksonville, and like he and I, we were just like pitching the whole time, because you know, that's our distribution. We ain't got Diamond. You know, Our distribution is crowdfunding, the internet, and conventions. That's it. That's what we got. That's what we got. And so that's what we did. But yeah, Blue. That little internal tick, the dialogue just spilling out. It happened. It happened. I couldn't stop it, and it happened. So we just dealt with it. As a large, hairy, bearded man, I had to take umbrage. That's hilarious, man. That's funny. We got Mike Jimmy here. Welcome, Mike Jimmy. It's great to have you in the house tonight.
Mo, damn it.
Mo's got some Luke is fishing. I could strut out there in negligee. But no one wants to see that, right? Anybody? No, I'm not. I don't. I mean, it might be in your fantasies, but no one else's. Memes and I are now searching for muscle men in lingerie photos to tag you and Luke. Yeah, that's I would find that funny. And thank you, Telepathic Bunny, for the super chat, $2. Triggered. I was triggered very much. Writers write really fast.
Good writers.
I knew T-Bunny would be upset when I started going after writers. Writers write really fast, then they've got nothing to do. That can be a problem. I've seen more than a few that could have used a couple rewrites. Yes, let's be honest. And most of the pros, they shouldn't. They should take another pass at that. Maybe take 2 or 3. Doesn't it always mean writers can cram in more gigs to stay busy? They could. They should. But instead, they cause drama on the internet. Okay, so here's I just gotta say this for a second. So I was working with this one young guy, and he was writing this book, and he had put out his first issue, and it'd been a while because he was working on having money for a second one, all that kind of stuff. And I said, so let me read your scripts. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you have like multiple issues planned, right? He goes, yeah, 4 or 5. It's great. Let me read your scripts. Well, I haven't read them yet. Well, why not? Well, because I don't have the money to make them yet. No, so you don't understand here, dude. You can write all the time. If you're a writer, you write. Writers write. Artists draw. Artists make art. Writers write. That's what we do, right? So, like, here he is. You got... I'd like to jerk a knot in his tail. Like, how do you... You've been sitting on this for 2 years, and you haven't even written issue 2 yet. What are you thinking? I usually bring comic pages to ink at shows. Brings in people to keep me busy. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know what I did? I try to set up a table where I'm doing art, or set up my art at the table. But with these little, you used to get 8-foot tables. Now you're getting 6-foot tables. And they said it was for social distancing, but that's not true, because they're trying to cram more in there. There was no social distancing going on. I'll tell you, that was a super spreader I was at. I pretty much drank and bathed in hand sanitizer. It was nuts. We were pitching the whole time, except the negligee guy. He was catching. Yes, he was catching.
That's
funny.
That's the one
funny,
that
dude.
got me.
That's a good one. Love yours, Luke. Why are editors not called rewriters?
That's not our job. It's not supposed to be our job.
Because they don't hand you a finished, rewritten script. They tell you which parts need rewritten, Blue.
Yep.
See,
If I
Mo
went and
answers your
rewrote
question
it
for you.
for them, then
What?
is it really entirely their story at that point?
Nothing stops a writer from writing. Shouldn't anyway.
Twitter.
I mean, technically, I'm writing.
Technically, Twitter is writing, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to.
tweet
I'm going to let them know what I
authored
think.
by me.
I'll tell you, yeah. So these people, they're crazy. They're crazy. All right, guys, we've been at this for 1 hour and almost 15 minutes, so I think it's time for us to say goodnight. I think it's been a pretty decent NerdCap. Do want to remind you to please go check out Rift Riders. Rift Riders is live on Indiegogo right now. Has a couple weeks left. We need your support. I'm coming to you once again asking for money. Guys, you're going to get used to me coming to you asking for money, because I'm going to be doing that a lot here in the in the near future. I got a lot of projects that we're working on, and it's going to be a lot of good books, and we're trying to put them out at a reasonable click so that you can get nice books at a reasonable price, and be entertained and not have to worry about going and buying any of those wackadoos books out there. You know, the people that feel like they got to preach at you about how bad Twitter is while making Twitter a bad place to be.
Right.
It's like self-fulfilling prophecy, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Twitter's terrible because people are mean on Twitter. I hate Republicans. Republicans, well, we hate you too. See? Twitter's a bad place to be. Oh, man. I see more people, more leftists, calling black people bad names for not agreeing with them than I've ever seen white people calling black people bad names for being black.
Isn't that the most astonishing thing?
Yeah. It is astonishing. It is crazy.
Yeah, if you call them on it, they're like, no, it's okay because they're the wrong
It's
kind
okay
of-
because they don't think like normal black people. So it's okay to go after them. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous.
I just saw somebody shared a TikTok video. It was a black dude, young guy, you know, so obviously totally misled, and literally calling for segregation in schools.
Yeah.
What?
He said black kids should not go to school with white kids.
Man, I'm telling you, them racists from back in the 50s and 60s would love to hear you say that. Like we thought all those guys died, man. Somehow they figured out how to make you think the way they wanted you to think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's called politically correctness.
Yeah, it's called the Democratic Party. But you know what do I know?
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, like the whole political, like the being politically correct, like using those terminologies, actually started from like those older, like that, you know, your grandfather's Republican Party, where there were like but they wanted to say the things they couldn't say because they get called a racist, right? So they went from saying colored people to people of color, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
that makes it so different, I guess.
Right.
No. They actually did call them colored people. They were told to call them people of color. And they go, well, ain't that the same thing?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
But that's my point.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
and then like progressive liberals picked that up and said, yeah, we're gonna run with that. And it was like, okay, if you want to do that, go for it. And it's not just, you know, people of color. It's like a whole bunch of other things that I can't.
Stuff, man.
Yeah,
that's
like,
the part of the weird that's not so beautiful. That's the
Right.
part of the weird that's not so beautiful. But
yeah,
you know, but that's conversation for now. We're not going to fix. You can't fix stupid, man. And we're definitely not going to fix stupid on NerdCap in an hour and a half. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. I wish it could, man. I wish we could fix it like a sitcom. Like Boy Meets World. Like, let's take care of the stupid.
By the end of the episode, we've solved the
world's problems. But, you know, it's not
You can
gonna
fix
happen.
it. Just don't read Twitter.
But you know what we can do? We can back Rift Riders. We can hit the like and subscribe button. We can hit the share button. We can become a channel member so that you're notified and you get extra content from time to time.
Yeah.
That's what you can do. You can do that.
And while you're over backing Rift Riders, go sign up for Lightbringer Genesis Volume 2.
Lightbringer Genesis Volume 2. Check it out.
Yeah.
I don't have the thing.
Somebody else that
That's
has a
all right.
wrench that isn't me.
I don't have the link. I don't know the link.
That's right.
I'm not good with links. Like that's why I'm like always tell people it's like if I go to your channel, don't give me a wrench, because I'll just monkey around with it. I mean, I'm not any good with it. I don't have any links saved.
I'm usually a pretty decent bot zapper, but not a great link dropper.
I don't even know my own links. Half the time.
I was gonna say I could drop my link. You know, like if you give me a wrench,
yeah.
I'll drop my link. Yeah, but I don't know about dropping anybody else's. Be sure to put a negligee.
Yeah, Mo Big's
Be
got
sure to
it.
put a negligee on the like button.
Thanks,
yes. Here's the thing: if you become a channel member, if you become part of the Bacon Nation, you are going to be able to have extra emojis that other people don't. And you know what we might do? We might just add a negligee emoji.
Ooh.
noise.
Just for grins and giggles.
I keep trying to click on his other freaking.
Or maybe not grins and giggles, but
message.
maybe gags and yaks. It was so gross. Dude, it was so gross.
Oh.
Like, his butt was hanging out. It was gross. I was like, I can't believe that this is happening. And that this is broad
I had to
daylight.
take this one art class. I have seen some shit.
Well, I used to work at the waste treatment plant. I've seen some too.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry. As a hairy fat dude, I'd use the negligee icon. Yes. Oh, all right,
Do you
guys.
have memberships?
I have membership. Yeah. I can do members.
see.
I have some members here. I have T Buns as a member. And,
Okay. I wasn't seeing any green people with cute little.
Yeah, my most of my members show up at night. I mean, in the morning. They show up at Nerd Bacon. Nerd Bacon is definitely the show that has the most traction, but we're gonna keep this one going and try to be entertaining and as best we can, because you know how we feel about things.
You know what? Yes.
I don't know if they wanted money or they wanted something more sexual.
Or negligee.
Yeah. Dark gift.
Yes,
Do you get called Dark Grift a lot?
I do. I do. Yeah.
If they call you Dark Grift, just send them over to IndieVolt.
Did you see that?
Because they will grift you when your lights are out. That's what they'll do.
Wow.
Oh, hey-yo. See what I did there?
Yeah, Vicky started that way back in the day, and it caught on like fire.
Oh, did she? Oh, she's a lovely person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at my nose growing. She came around with that whole IndieVolt Liberty thing, and she was in Randy's DMs, and we're like, Randy, you just got to watch out for her, man. She's bad news. Oh, I thought she was trying to be helpful. No, she's trying to get drama, because that's what she wants. Like, she is, So, you're familiar with leeches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leeches like to grab a hold and suck the blood out of you. Vicky likes to grab a hold and suck the drama out of every situation she can and get the most she can out of it. And I know if she's watching, she's going to get all ticked off and she's going to come at me on Twitter. But guess what? I don't care. Hashtag uncancelable. I got 3 rules, don't I, Todd? That's 2 of them. That's 2 of the 3. You know what the third one is, Anthony?
What's that?
I don't care. Oh, wait, that's the first one. Number 2 is why not? Why not? Why'd you do that? Why not? People are going to get mad about it. I don't care. Or if they try to cancel you, they can't. Right?
That's it.
Those are my 3 rules. Hojo wrote those. Anyway, Anthony, Dark Gift. Dark Gift. Tell them where they can find you. What you're doing. Give them any last words of wisdom.
Yeah. Well, we already mentioned Lightbringer 2 is in signups. Fulfilling 1 right now. And we also got Pariah Blood and Mud that's in sign up. And you can find me over at Dark Gift Comics Presents on the YouTubes and Dark Gift Comics everywhere else. So yeah, go check that out. Piper and Luke are going to be on Thursday night.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to have a good time talking about it's Dark Grift Comics Presents Grift Riders.
Grift Riders, yeah.
I love the thumbnail, dude. It was really great.
Grift Riders. I like that one. Well, I'll take it. Someone wants to come at me to get some eyes on it. I guess that drama, that drama promotion works. I don't know.
It does.
Todd, what's going on, man? You know the drill, Todd.
Oh, yeah. So you can find me at Redshift_comics on Twitter. And
do I follow you?
Yeah, if you're looking for something on Amazon, Luke can tell you what to buy.
Yeah, I'll find some stuff on Amazon. We're going to talk about some cool artist tools that I found on Amazon this weekend. Nerd Bacon. Yep, and I'll probably show off my new hat too. Let them know about it. You follow each other?
Yeah, I was just making sure. I thought we did, but I couldn't. When I put out when I shared out the stream, he didn't come up when I was trying to tag him, but I think I was misspelling it. Yeah.
Piper.
What?
Yeah, that. Sometimes I like to just say Piper, and she's like, "What?" What
Keep up, Piper. Keep up.
Are we
Say
saying where
goodbye.
we're at? We're saying where we're at, huh?
Yeah, saying where you're at, saying goodbye, letting people know.
Hi, I'm at Piper's Adventure. You can find out all the other places I am through that on Twitter. So yeah.
Indie Wrestling
late.
Aces. Yeah.
What's up, Ace?
Perfect timing because we're getting ready to head out. Ready to head out. You can find me at LukeStoneStudios.com. Please head over there to LukeStoneStudios.com. Sign up for my mailing list. Here's the deal. You don't have time to read emails. I don't have time to write emails. Okay? So if I do write an email, they are far and few in between, and they're very, very short. They pretty just like. Never mind. I had a joke. I'm not going to go there. They're very, very short. Just like we like them.
Everybody's biting their tongue right now.
Dang it. So please sign up for the mailing list. Over there you can also find links to the crowdfund that I've got going for the trade paperback. I'm getting ready to close that thing down early because we have funded, and I'm getting ready to send those off to print. So we're going to shut that thing down and start working on our next crowdfund for my website. And we will announce that from the mailing list. Okay, so you can get access to that over there. But you can also find that link to Rift Riders right there, so you don't have to try to hunt it down. I mean, if you Google Rift Riders on Indiegogo, you're going to find it pretty dang fast, because it's the only one. But anyway, go to the website, check it out. You know what? Try to build up more than you tear down. Leave the wood pile higher than you found it. And you know what? You know what we got to do? We got to end the same way we came in. Don't we, guys?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. You guys, have a good night. We'll see you on the flip. See you on the flippity flip.
Watch this. Oh, hallelujah.
Get up right now.
I'm hearing something real powerful for someone.
And now listen to this.
Sent that man that reaching out to hurting people. Hallelujah. This is what you do. Something more than it was. Yes. Listen to this right here.
I heard then it was like the Lord spoke that through me then.
Oh, there it is.
Get up right now.
There it is again. Sent that man that reaching out to hurting people. This is what you do. Something more than it was.
I like that, don't you?